for better or for worse, the peace talks are dead. What does it mean for three parties? The US, their President Donald Trump, and the Afghans. Let's start with the US. For them, it's only bad news. The Afghan war has cost America a lot already, and they'll keep paying for another president's adventurism. The writing is on the wall. If attacks did not cease during peace talks, they will only intensify now. The Taliban has said this already, that the collapse of the talks would, quote-unquote, not harm anyone else but the Americans themselves. In the line of fire will be the American troops, the ones who are stationed in Afghanistan. They've always been on the Taliban's radar. Hundreds have been killed in this war in the last 2 decades, and this breakdown does not augur well. What about President Trump? What does this mean for him? He was counting on this peace deal. It was supposed to be the biggest diplomatic achievement of his administration. Pulling out troops from Afghanistan was his top campaign promise. Delivering it would have helped his approval ratings ahead of the next election. The collapse talks only add to his list of foreign policy failures. The American diplomats have been forced to go back to the drawing board. Some reports claim that the White House is still in touch with the Taliban, apparently exploring new dates for possible meetings. But Trump's tough public posturing makes it very difficult now. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said that Zalmay Khalilzad has been called back to Washington. Khalilzad was America's representative in these talks. Earlier, it had emerged that America and the Taliban had agreed on a draft peace deal. Now, it seems like one of the parties involved did not agree on the fine print. The sticking point is reportedly the pace of American troop withdrawal. When will they go? America wanted a phased withdrawal spread over a couple of years. The Taliban wanted them out in 9 months, hence the dead end. Now for the Afghan government. What does this mean for them? Relief. You see, they were never really a part of these talks. The Taliban did not want them. The Americans kept them out. Kabul did not trust this peace process. Kabul believes that a hasty withdrawal of American troops will trigger a fresh period of violence. It will also give the Taliban greater leeway in the political system. And this is going to lead to a renewed push for a restrictive, ultra-conservative form of Islam by the Taliban. According to Afghanistan, any dialogue with the Taliban is meaningless if the violence continues.
Or any talks that does not guarantee an end to Taliban violence will be meaningless to continue. So our position has been very strong and firm in that. The President has been very clear in the past so many months to see how we can actually end this violence. So if the Taliban are not committed, if there is contradiction in what they say and what they do in Afghanistan, so we would not only doubt that process, but we will raise concerns about that process, like the people have already done that.